Okay, this is the video that you have been waiting for. How to beat a narcissist at their own game. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. How to beat a narcissist at their own game. I know. This is what you've been waiting for because I'm going to unveil all their strategies right here, right now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, you hit that notification bell, because we are diving in. No waiting. Number one, understand their tactics. Understand their tactics, because to beat a narcissist at their own game, my friends, you need to understand their tactics. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I have written a whole book on this. S.L.A.Y the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. It became a bestseller, a USA Today bestseller, and an Amazon #1 bestseller. Because you know why? Why do you need to understand their tactics? Because they thrive. They thrive on manipulation. They thrive on control. They thrive on something called narcissistic supply. Yeah, so that is the only thing that they thrive on. Many people are driven and incentivized by many things. Most people are, not narcissists. They are incentivized by one thing and one thing only. Just the one thing. They are incentivized and by one thing, and that's narcissistic supply. They're like rats in a maze. And so when you are formulating your strategy, you have to understand, how do I concoct a strategy? How do I beat them at their own game? Well, first of all, respond, don't react. Respond, don't react. Observe, don't absorb. Step back as if you're a third party looking at a toddler having a tantrum. So first of all, learn how to step back and observe. And once you can start to do that, then you can start to say, I can learn how to understand these tactics. And that's how you start to build a strategy. That's how you can start to go, all right, step one, don't run. Because when you are in fear, when you are coming from a place of fear, they sense that. They sense that. So remember, they're looking for a person that they can control. So when you close those gaps, when those gates get closed, they sense that too. So how do you turn those tables? Step one, don't run. Step two, make that U-turn. Step three, break free. You're literally course correcting. How do you course correct? How do you begin to turn it all around? And my S.L.A.Y methodology is strategy, leverage, anticipate what the narcissist is going to do, and focus on your mindset. So that first part, that strategy, is understanding their tactics and exploring, how do you turn those tables? It's all going to be understanding that concept of narcissistic supply. And then, okay, the next thing is recognizing what's happening. Understanding, okay, is it gaslighting? Is it, I see it's gaslighting. I see, that they're a narcissist, and I understand, that I've been dealing with trauma bonding, or I've been, understanding that this is what's happening. And then you can start to not take it so personally. You can understand that they are a product of trauma as well. And that the narcissist brain is a brain that's, very much driven by their limbic system. It's an arrested development brain. It's, a brain that's, basically stuck in, as a toddler almost. Okay. And they use gaslighting to manipulate because they're fear-based individuals, shame-based individuals. So to beat them at their own game, you have to understand that they're driven by this concept of narcissistic supply. And there's two different tiers of narcissistic supply. There's what I call, a diamond level supply, which is how they look to the world, their image. And then there's coal level supply, which is manipulating you, controlling you, degrading you, making you squirm. And you have to go, okay, what is driving them? What's that thing that drives them the most? What's the thing that's going to be the thing that I have to learn how to build leverage against? Because until you figure that out and threaten a source of supply that's more important to them to keep than the supply that they get from jerking you around, you'll never be free. You'll never be free. But once you do, you can beat them every time. You absolutely can beat them every time. And then that's when you can build your leverage. And that leverage is the L. That leverage is the L, because that's when you threaten that source of supply. You go to the exposing potentially their, whatever that source of supply is, because they have this deep need for admiration, their deep need for constant praise, deep need for adulation. And that's how you regain control. And you stop being in fear of them. You inch a little closer. You turn that ship around, because once they see you're no longer in fear, that also shakes them up a little bit, because they're way more afraid of you than you are of them. They're afraid that you're going to see them who they are. They're afraid that you're going to abandon them. Refocus, recondition, move a little closer, stand a little firmer, stand a little taller, a little bit more, a little less conditioning this way, a little more conditioning that way. Small baby step. And then watch as they struggle to understand what's going on here. There's a new game in town. Watch as they see that there's a shift in the wind, right? Start setting those boundaries. Start setting those boundaries. That's what you start with. You start with step 1, don't run. Step 2, make that U-turn. Step 3, that's when you can start speaking up. You start to say, okay, now I can start presenting my arguments, or I can start talking, or I can start to move out, or I can start, whatever it is, you start to push those limits a little bit more. They're going to push back. Sure they are. But you're going to be stronger too. Firm boundaries is crucial. You don't waver. You demand respect for yourself, because they're going to push back. It's like having a toddler, right? They're going to be like, oh my God, I just need to cry a little louder. I just need to scream a little longer. Oh, they're going to give me what I want. No, you can't. You got to establish those clear boundaries, disrupt their game. You are protecting your well-being. You've got to have this invisible boundary, fence around you, protecting yourself, your well-being, your inner light. That's what you're doing, right? And if this resonates with you, I want to know. I want you to say, step 1, don't run, in the comments. I want you to put that in the comments telling me you're going to do it. Is that way I know you heard me. I'm doing this. Step 1, don't run. And I want to hear from you as well, that you did it. And I know it's so hard and you can't do it alone. So join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. And I've got a free gift for you. I've got free phrases for you for disarming narcissists. Go to disarmthenarc.com and get them. Go get them. They will help you also. Okay? Because setting firm boundaries is hard. But you can start to say, I deserve respect, and this is where I'm starting. And those phrases will help you stand up for yourself and get the respect and honor that you deserve and the life that you deserve, which is where you're going. So also, if you like this video, give it a like, give it a share so that other people can start to hear these these steps and get the access to these tactics. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that now. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so that when I upload new videos, you can get access to them immediately, because I want you to beat a narcissist at their own game. It's time for you to do that. It's time for you to have the respect, the honor, the life that you deserve, so that they're not holding their agenda over your head anymore. And I want this to be a source of inspiration for you. I want you to navigate your life, your best life. I want you to negotiate your best life. Because sometimes the very first negotiation you have to do is with your own self, for your own self-worth in the morning, right? And so make sure you hit that subscribe button. You've hit that notification bell. And, I hope that you found this valuable. I hope you found this helpful. I hope that you are so ready to level up that playing field in your life. And, whatever the floor has been for you as far as your level of respect, you're ready to level that up for yourself and join our community so that we can, help each other, raise each other up, and stay empowered and negotiate on. In the next video that I want you to watch is how a narcissist uses toxic positivity to gaslight you. And they actually use toxic positivity to gaslight you. And I'm going to tell you how they do that in the next video. So let's go watch that video next. And today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. And I cannot wait to see you in that next video. Remember, they only win if you give in. I'll see you in that next video.